Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Virgo for the month of May 2019. Welcome, Virgo friends. How are you this month? How have you been? Let's see messages that lie ahead for you in the merry month of May. Energy around your situation is the Nine of Swords. So what are your concerns, Virgo? It's like they're floating around and you're plucking worries out of the ether. So why are you worried? Is this something? Why aren't you sleeping well? What is the problem? We'll see. And let's hope by the end of the 10 steps of the month, you can see that the worries have been rectified. The sleep returns. Okay, where you are right now, Virgo, is Eight of Swords. Take your power back. If there's a situation, perhaps, Virgo, knowing you, hardworking people, it might have to do with a situation at work where you're giving your power away and you keep taking on more and more responsibility or doing more than your fair share, and you're complaining about it to others, but you're not really sort of speaking up. So you've got to speak up for yourself and say, hang on, no, well, I can't do that. I'm busy. It's that kind of, it's just the taking the power back scenario situation, Virgo. So that's what you have to do. And we all have to step up to that sooner or later, because it just becomes tiresome if we're constantly giving our power away to a group of people or to a situation. You'll know what that means to you individually, Virgoans, but there you have it. Take that power back and then things will return to a semblance of normality, because we are in the earth sign of your fellow sign of Taurus, so it should do. Should work. Okay, so covering that or crossing the crossing card, what made that power situation happen is the Wheel of Fortune. So the good luck card, the opportunities coming in card. Think about it, Virgo. This is where it all starts and finishes, really. Taking the power back. But yeah, those opportunities are real and they're yours, so take them. And just be mindful that with that too comes that self-responsibility of standing up for yourself too with these new opportunities. Everything comes with its plus and minuses, doesn't it? So sometimes it's, oh my God, I didn't expect this. Never mind. So there you are, beautiful Wheel of Fortune. It doesn't come around very often. So use that as a really positive sort of base for the month of May to start. The background, we have the Nine of Cups. So whatever it was in the background was a wish card. It was something that you really wanted to do. Alternatively, the Nine of Cups can mean having too much of a good time, party time sort of card as well, where we're just in a constant state of happy vibes and partying and going out, and maybe, you know, it sort of has to come to an end. Whatever that means to you, Virgo, which I find for Virgos, they're very measured in what they do. Your work and responsibility usually comes first and foremost with you people. So there it is, the wish card or the party time card. However it resonates, Virgo. Recent energies are the Knight of Coins. So the slow moving energy. So if things have been a bit slow moving, something that you know quite well, because he's one of your suit, the Knight of Coins, he's very committed. So this is in fact you, and it is slow moving. So maybe that's the key, that things are probably going a bit too slow for you. But just go with that for now, because this opportunity with the Wheel of Fortune is really quite fantastic. So just go with what's there. You can't alter it. You've just got to kind of dial it back a bit to suit the energy, which is slow moving with the Knight of Coins. Messenger card too, the Knight of Coins. Maybe it's that energy coming through too to just slow it down a little bit. It's not going to be moving at a great speed. But then again, you know, Virgos are known for that committed energy and the slow moving energy. So it's interesting. The lesson. 3 of Cups. There you go. 3 people in a situation. Also a bit of a party card as well. Weddings, parties, anything, all that sort of jazz. But overridingly too, it can be 3 people in a situation. And sometimes 3s with people just don't really work at first. But we'll see where we go with that a bit later on if we get any more information, which we probably will, about what actually that 3 of Cups is. It's a bit of a celebratory card, so maybe it wouldn't hurt to just sort of relax a little bit as well with it. And go out and have some fun. Near future. 8 of Cups. Yes, the 8 of Cups. So, you know, standing back from a situation in terms of, well, okay, look, I've got to move on from it. I've got to stand out from it for a while. I've got to just be, give it some distance and space, breathing space, come back to it at a later date. It's a reluctant sort of leaving a situation card, the 8 of Cups. But it doesn't mean doom and gloom. It means that's just what you need to do. You've just sometimes situations need a bit of time to breathe. Especially if you've been feeling your power's been sort of, I don't know, taken away a little bit. So you're feeling, oh, I don't know about this situation. Let it breathe a bit there, Virgo. What's happening that you're not realising? 10 of Wands. Look, you're a bit tired overall in terms of your spiritual energies on a bit of the red, low, flashing light red. Low, you need that energy topped up. That's one of the reasons too. Probably not burning the candle at both ends, but just lots going on. Like carrying too many things and just saying, I can't go another step. I've got to put something down. It's too heavy. Heavy energy, but we know how to combat that, don't we, Virgo? We just sort of have a bit of a rest and restore. How others see you? The Tower. So something is going out of your life or has gone out of your life that no longer holds water. It's no longer viable for you. It's going out. It can be divorce. There's all sorts of things sort of just crumbling. So we just have to really move on from that as well and accept, and other people can see that in you. It can be a very positive card as well. Initially it is quite, you know, it feels destructive, but then out of the ashes often comes new life. There's always something to replace it. So it's about letting go of that and just acknowledging that that sort of doesn't work anymore, no matter how hard you've tried. But it will be followed by something of worth. So not to worry. It's about that, you know, maintaining a positive outlook. What you're feeling positive about in May, Virgo, is the Lovers. So the Lovers is the Lovers, and it speaks for itself, the card really, doesn't it? So it talks about relationships, but overall it's about decisions. What to do. Shall I do this? Shall I do that? What's going to be the most effective decision for me? Whether it be relationship or something else that you've got to make quite a weighty decision about, Virgo. It needs that consideration. You need to be able to give time and energy to it, not just rush decision, because, you know, the consequence might be dire if you just sort of rush in. It's about giving it a lot of thought. The outcome? Death. or plain and straight. And this card should be called transformation, because a lot of people see it and freak and say, oh my God, I'm not going to die. No, no one's dying, but a situation is being transformed, and that's what's happening to you overall this month. It's a transformation, and by the end of it you should be able to stand back and go, oh well, actually that decision really worked. I feel better. I'm glad I went through that cleansing sort of period of time. And Earth time of Taurus also is, you know, your fellow Earth sign, so it's sort of quite compatible for you for this to happen in the time of Taurus. So just go with that cleansing period and that transformation, and it's what you learn out of the situation. If it has been difficult, you're still going to learn a lot about yourself in that meantime. Especially hindsight's a wonderful thing. So I'm going to put some clarification cards on this Three of Cups to determine what's under that surface, and the Eight of Cups, and maybe the Tower. Okay. So under the surface of the Three of Cups we have the Five of Cups. So disappointment in an emotional situation. So once again, a five. So fives talk about change and conflict. So perhaps this has what's come about in a relationship story. Bit of a disappointment. Especially, you know, if it's a new relationship, there still might be somebody, a third party there somewhere in the background. And there's sort of, that situation hasn't fully been sort of reconciled. So that third party is still very much visible, which is really creating a bit of stress for you, and you're not knowing where you stand. All those sorts of things with relationships can be quite difficult as well. So just try and see that whatever it is will return at a later time, just not at the moment. So if you are feeling disappointed, you just have to sort of go with that feeling, Virgo, and sort of, I always say, swallow it. It's like a bitter pill, but the more you avoid it, the more it chases you, I feel. But we'll see what comes back. But there are good things remaining about this situation that you haven't seen yet. Underneath the Eight of Cups, so under the surface of the Eight of Cups of the Moving On card, we have the Nine of Swords. So that's that same energy that you started out. That was the energy around. And that's worrying about moving on from that situation. It's the worry and the anxiety of it. So try and sort of just make a move anyway, because anything's got to be better than just standing still. Because with still standing energy, you don't get anywhere, you're just stuck. So just make a move, give yourself a bit of space. You know, put the phone away for a while. Don't be texting and wanting to have answers when at this time it's an emotional issue. Answers aren't readily available, Virgo. Have faith. Okay, let's see how other people see you. So that was the Tower. So let's have a look what's under the Tower, under the surface of that Tower. The Five of Coins. So yeah, definitely being feeling left out in the cold. Very much change and conflict situation again, where you've chosen to go and sit outside or in the cold in the midst of winter and just go, I'd rather be out here than in there because I can't stand the energy in there. So it's sadness too, but it's only temporary, Virgo. It's not going to be there forever. But definitely this situation needs a bit of space before you really can go back in and see what's worth salvaging. Just one more, Virgo. I know I've been speaking for 14 minutes. And I'll just have a look at this Lovers card, because it does look a bit of a emotional sort of month for you people. So underneath the energy of the Lovers we have the Nine of Coins, and that's more your style, Virgo. So it's the strong, independent, quite female energy. So being really strong and independent about it, despite the fact that you feel horrible. Just thinking, well, you know, okay, I'm just going to get on with it. I'm going to focus. I've got other things. Work's going well. These other things are going well. I just have to focus on what I can at the moment. Don't get down in the out about it, because life's an amazing thing sometimes. Things do come out in the wash, as they say. But it's that breathing space, Virgo. That's what it is, and that always brings clarity to a situation. Okay, let's find your clarification card for May. Pure speech. Happiness comes when your words are pure, bringing about kindness and benefit to yourself and others. The words you use are like seeds you have chosen to plant in the garden of your heart and the world. You have the power to destroy yourself and poison the world around you. Or more importantly, you have the power to plant beautiful flowers. It's a purity card, Virgo, so it's a really nice message. Very concise, but it holds a lot of wisdom in the purity of one's speech. Then there's no mixed messages. It's just saying really what you feel. And once again too, perhaps taking your power back. Well, Virgo, I wish you a very happy month. Thank you very much for listening to me, and we'll catch up next month. Thank you.